Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got this peachy makeup look. So if you would like to see how I got it, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Anastasia brow wiz and I'm just brushing my hairs up. So making sure those are all in place. And then starting with the inside of my brow, I'm lining the bottom. And after I do that, I'm just going to fill in and start to shape my brow. And as you can see, I've started shaping my eyebrows a little differently to where they are pointing out like I did in my Foxy eye video instead of having them go down. Okay, and next I'm going with my E.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Golden. And I'm just carving out my brows and making sure they're nice and clean. And I like to use a pretty light shade on this so it kind of highlights my brows too. And then I'm just blending all of that out and making sure it's nice and even. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Pretty Vulgar Uncaged eyeshadow primer and I'm just putting that on my lids. And I've been loving this eyeshadow primer lately. It's really sticky and it really helps that eyeshadow stay on as long as you want it. So I'm just spreading this all over my eyes. Okay, now I'm going in with the Colourpop Sweet Talk eyeshadow palette. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to be going in with Catch Me, and I'm just using that as a base shade and just putting that all over my lids and making sure they have a nice coat of that and it's nice and even. This is just going to be a nice transition shade. Okay, and with the color Dream Maker, I'm just putting it on my outer V and also dragging that up into my crease, and I'm blending it back and forth and also in circular motions. And right here, this is just building up that peachy look we want. Okay, and using Meadow, which is a deeper peach, we're just darkening up that last shade that we had and blending it out. Just making sure we pack on enough and making it as dark as we want and then blending it out. Okay, and using the shade ICYMI, we're just packing that on with a packing brush right in the outer V of our eye. And we're just darkening up that outer corner and then blending it out and making sure it blends in with everything. We just want the outer part of the eye to be a little bit darker. Okay, and using the color West Side, which is a more brown color, we're just packing that on the same place we did the last shade, just making it a little bit more brown in the outer V's, and then again just blending that in just to keep the ends of the eyes a little bit darker. Okay, and using the shade Garden Date, which is a super shock shadow, I'm just taking that with my finger and putting it all over my lids. The shade is so pretty and it just brings a nice pop of color to the eyelids. Okay, and taking the pressed glitter in the palette, which is Prima Drama, I'm taking a brush and I'm just putting that in the crease of my eyes. I just want to add a little glitter moment to my eyes, but I didn't want it all over my lid, so we had shimmer on the lids and then we're going to have some glitter in the crease. I think this is so pretty. Okay, and using the Wonder Beauty Mile High Club Mascara, I'm just using that to lengthen my lashes and to make them a bit darker. I am going to be applying falsies. I just want my natural lashes to blend in, so I'm adding mascara first. Okay, so I'm going in with the Ardell Faux Mink Wispies, and I'm just gluing those on. The glue that I did use was the pure glue that I have. I really like that glue, and now I'm just making sure that the ends are glued on. And lashes are done. Okay, next I'm going in with the Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. I love this primer. It's super hydrating and it does help your makeup stay on longer, and it also gives you a luminous finish to your foundation. Okay, now I'm going in with the Anastasia Luminous Foundation in the shade 370W. I really love this foundation. It's a medium to full coverage foundation, and I really love the look it gives me. It's a natural luminous look. So it's not too dewy and definitely not too matte. It just gives a nice, pretty look to your skin. Okay, so I'm going back in with my e.l.f. concealer, and I'm just going to do that new trick that I learned to make your face look more lifted. So I'm using it to lift the outer part of my eye, under my inner corner, around my nose, and then using it under my lip and going up to make my lips look lifted as well. And I'm going to add some of my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and my chin, and then I'm also adding some above my jawline. And I'm going to be using my concealer brush to blend all of that in. And the reason I'm not using a beauty sponge is because I wanted the concealer a bit more full coverage. So that's why I decided to use a brush. So I'm just blending all of that out. Okay, and using the Covergirl Peach Punch Highlighter Palette. It smells so good, just like peaches. And I'm using that matte bronzing shade. And I'm just going in and bronzing up my face a little bit. So it is light matte. It's not too matte, but I feel like it works just fine for me. I thought it wouldn't be that great, but I actually really liked it. It's nice and it's smooth and it smells amazing. Okay, now I'm going in with the Covergirl Peach Punch blush in the shade 120. And you can tell by my face that I was surprised on how pigmented it was. So I really liked it. I got this one separately from the highlighter palette because it did seem a little bit darker and I wanted this color. Okay, and going back in with the highlighting palette, I'm taking the actual highlighter in the palette. And I'm just putting that over my face. This really did surprise me. This was actually super pigmented and so pretty. It's super shiny and I did not expect it to look this good for the price. It was like $3. So I really liked this one. Okay, and going back in with the eyeshadow palette, I'm taking the color Dreammaker and I'm just taking that under my eyes. And I'm just adding this so the whole eye look comes together and looks super pretty. Okay, and I'm going back with my mascara and I'm just adding that on my bottom lashes. And I really love adding mascara on my bottom lashes because it makes your eyes look so different and they just pop a little bit more. So I love using this one, especially because of the curve wand. Okay, now I'm using my Becca Ultimate Lip Definer. I'm sorry, I don't remember the shade this is in because I have so many, but I'm just lining my lips and filling them in just a little bit just to add that base color to my lips. Okay, now I'm taking my NYX Butter Gloss in Sorbet, which is a nice pink peachy coral look. I'm just adding that on top. I love these butter glosses. They're so amazing and they look super pretty on the lips. Okay, and lastly I'm going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray to set my face. Okay guys, and that is it for this peachy makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.